Hello everyone, and welcome to part 5 of the Planner Piece series. If you haven't watched the previous parts yet, I highly recommend watching those first. I put links in the description below. In today's video, I'm going to be putting my system to the test in a Hobonichi Weeks planner. I used to memory plan in a Weeks and a Weeks Mega for 2 years, I think. I've also done homeschool planning in another 2020 Weeks that looks exactly like this actually. And I am currently using a B6ology as my main planner. My process for testing my planner is fairly straightforward. I'll be setting up my planner ahead of using it for the week, and I'll come back each night to do a daily process of my tasks. This process may vary depending on how much space I have for things like journaling and whatnot, so I'll definitely have to make some adjustments to how my system currently functions. Once I'm done with that, I'll do a final review of what I thought of the planner itself, if I think my system worked in it, and if I would consider using the planner as my main planner. Before I get into setting up my planner though, hi, I'm Shayna, and I'm all about real planning and real life, messes, imperfections, and all. Alright, and so here's the setup of my Hobonichi Weeks planner. I have it in this, this cover. Yeah, this is the Hobonichi cover. I had to look. Well, obviously, because it's made for the weeks, derp. But it has this pen loop and a pocket, and it has another pocket up front. And honestly, I'm not real sure what this is. I think it's like supposed to be a page marker. I have no idea, but I like that it comes with the 2 bookmarks. Anyway, so I have already gone through, because I knew it would take some time, I've already gone through and set up my monthly in here. So what I ended up doing is I ended up putting my goals for the month down here and putting my tasks up here. Because I usually have more tasks than goals, so I figured I could have a lot of space here. So then if I have a task that doesn't have to be done that day, I migrate it from the daily to here, which is really handy. And then these are color-coded using mild liners, and they're just like, there's dots next to each thing to show what the color code is. And then, like I said, there's these handy boxes down here. So it worked really well for limiting my goals, because I find that if I have too many goals, I don't get anything done. And then I was thinking for here that I'm going to use this for like marking spending. I haven't decided if I'm going to. I was thinking about doing like a color, but then because there's already colors in here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a symbol instead, like kind of how I did with my pocket rings that I did for this series, where I'll do like an X for a no spend, and I forget what I did for a low spend, and then like something else for a high spend, which is my over $26. So I'll probably do that through here. And I might even go back and do it for the other months as well. I'm not sure. It'd be kind of cool to see it all filled in. So there's that. I like that the months are all together. That is kind of handy. And then you do get, because this is an April start, so it does start in actually March instead of April. But so here I'm going to set up for, here we go. So I have it kind of set up already for the week I'm going to be using this. So I'm going to go ahead and set up for Saturday, and then get my habits all set up as well. Okay, so the first thing I notice is obviously this doesn't give me a whole lot of room, especially because like I'm even writing small and I don't feel like I have a whole lot of room. I could, I don't know, I have to look into how to make this work a little better. I've used these as like a memory planner I mentioned earlier, but I don't know. I have this section. What I'm planning on doing is these lines, I'm actually going to flip it this way and use it this way for homeschooling. And I'm kind of considering doing the same because that would give me more space here for my dailies. But then we don't homeschool on Saturdays and Sundays, so this is going to be my habit tracker. I think as I was writing that out, I think what I might do is I might put my events on this side right here instead of right here. And then I might flip this and actually try writing this way. I'm going to have to try that probably for starting Monday instead, since I already have this set up. But yeah, so that's basically the setup, nothing too fancy. Yeah. That's it. So in final review, the pros is that it's obviously super compact. It's also pre-set up, so I don't have to draw anything out, which is kind of nice when you like just want to kind of have a planner. I do also really like having all the monthlies in the front. That is kind of handy instead of having them all kind of spread throughout, although I do like both. And it does have, even in the regular version, it does have quite a lot of notes pages. The Mega obviously has more. This is just a regular. And I do really like the built-in bookmarks as well. Some cons for it are that it is pre-set up. So obviously I like a lot more flexibility. That's why I like Mystology. And it's bound, so there's not a whole lot of flexibility on like rings or discs. The other thing I don't really like about these is that there are a bunch of really random pre-printed pages that are just such a waste. I know I could cover them up, but like I'm not going to use this. Although I know it's maybe I'm obviously not the target market for these pages, but I just kind of wish they weren't there. Also, the thing that I noticed the most is that there's just not a lot of space for daily tasks. I mean, okay, there is if you don't write very long-winded, but I kind of tend to sometimes, and sometimes I just can't abbreviate it. So like I was able to get a whole lot on here, but I felt really crammed for space. And then the other thing, little controversial, although I think this isn't that anymore, but I'm actually not really a fan of Tomoe River paper. Yeah, so, and even I think these Hobonichis don't have Tomoe River paper. I think they're Hobonichi's new paper or something like that because of what's going on with Tomoe River paper. But I don't like it. I don't like it because I prefer gel pen. If I used a ballpoint, it would be fine. And I'm sure if I wrote on this with like a fountain pen, it would be fine. I know a lot of people like Tomoe River paper for fountain pens, but I like gel pens. And I like my specific gel pen, and it smudges so badly on this, even after drying for a while. But I also don't like using paper that like I have to wait for it to dry unless I'm doing journaling. Like I don't do that in my daily pages, you know what I mean? Like I want to be able to just go in, write what I need, and shut the book and be gone. And I can do that in Mystology with a gel pen. So that is one of the things, most important things I think about this I don't like. Could I use it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I got everything I needed to in here. So I could definitely use it. It would be great for taking this like on the go. Like if I decided I wanted to leave this at home, I could take this on the go with me, just write notes and brief appointments and things like that. Like if I didn't actually need my daily tasks and all I was putting in here was like events or appointments or whatever, this would be great. Or actually I've used a Hobonichi Weeks, like the normal weeks and a Mega Weeks for memory keeping, and that actually worked pretty great because then I was able to pick like the top 3 or 4 things that happened in my day and write those in here, and it wasn't like a big deal. And then I could obviously decorate it and stuff a little easier without feeling like I'm taking up too much space. So yeah, ow, just scratched myself. Would I use it? I would if I got bored or if I had to. I know I keep saying if I had to, it's not like anybody's forcing me to use these planners, but I just kind of like, if I had to, yeah, I would. If it was the only planner I had access to, absolutely, I would make it work. It's just a little too compact for me for daily use, like my everyday carry. I like a little bit more flexibility and a little bit more space. It is great, like I said, for memory planning though, where you don't have a ton to say for each day, or you only want to keep it to like your top things you got done. That's what I used to do. Really enjoyed it. So there you have it. What did you think about how I implemented my system into this Hobonichi Weeks planner? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. I always greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Bye.